let's move on to a state issue, and this has been picking up some national traction, and there are even some local wannabes that are talking about this. South Carolina Democrat defends bill blocking gender-affirming treatment to trans youth. Caesar McKnight, he decided, I'm not totally insane, and I don't think that children should be getting chemicals and hormones injected into their bloodstreams and having their dicks cut off before they're adults. Before we even talk more about this, you know Caesar McKnight.
I was in a debate with him.
What do you think about this?
Even if we don't agree on anything else, which is the difference between us and Democrats, I think this is fantastic. He's saying, you know what? I don't think minors should be injecting their bodies with hormone blockers, and the Democratic Party has completely ostracized him.
That is the thing. There's one person in particular, but a number of people are sitting here and they're saying, this Democrat, he put this bill forward, so we can work with the Democrats. Here's the problem with that. The South Carolina Democratic Party accused McKnight of bigotry for wanting to protect these children. Quote, ill-founded, unscientific, and apt to result in death and other negative outcomes for transgender citizens of all ages, and the South Carolina Democratic Party thus condemns this outrageous bill and its Democratic supporter in the strongest possible terms. So that is the Democratic Party.
Insanity! I knew that some Democrats had come out against him. I didn't realize that the state party had, chucked him under the bus that way. So, no, anybody who's saying that this is a sign that we can work with Democrats
doesn't know what they're talking about.
Doesn't have a clue what they're talking about.
No clue.
Because the Democratic Party just said to you, if you agree with this, we ain't working together. So, sorry, I don't know. Yeah, you're crazy if you think that. And to double and triple down is even better. It is. It's one thing. You see a lot of people maybe, dip their feet in this water.
And then ooh, it's
never
cold.
mind. Ooh, I don't like that. No, he dipped it, it bit him, and he's like, cannonball, bitch.
Going in. What's even more incredible to me is to think that the South Carolina Democratic Party wants to inject your children with hormones without your consent as a parent. We have discussed a little bit about the Democratic Party. Now let's discuss the Democrat Juniors, the Libertarian Party.
If the Democratic Party is the big bougie bitch with the Karen haircut, the Libertarian Party has become the Chihuahua in her bag. Hold my poodle.
The chairman of the South Carolina Libertarian Party has now come out as a libertarian socialist. Libertarian socialist.
And guys, this is not a small thing. This should be major news.
It should be.
You have the chairman.
The third largest party in the country.
As irrelevant as they are the closest thing to a third party we have.
Mm-hmm.
And their leader in the state of South Carolina basically just became socialist light.
The libertarians, man, they can never, and we've talked about this, they cannot agree on what they agree on as a party anyway.
Good night, you two.
Every pissed off conservative activist that I know used to be a libertarian.
It's true, because libertarian principles in and of themselves are a good way to live your personal life.
You can't scale libertarianism up.
Not when you have competing ideologies that are trying to come in on the most powerful nation in the world.
I mean, you can have 300 million people living a libertarian lifestyle, but as far as putting libertarian in paper and enforcing it on a grand scale, it's like communism. It's not going to work.
It's never going to work.
And that's why you see libertarians running around with their little four-corner compass thing. Which quadrant do you fall into? Well, in reality, it doesn't work that way.
That's right. If your party bases their entire identity and philosophical arguments on a two-dimensional grid, you got a problem.
There's a problem.
There's an issue with your party, okay?
Answer these 10 questions and I'll tell you where you belong. That is not reality.
That is not reality.
Yeah, if you're right of vice, yeah, you're a fascist. Even the local, the local libertarian fella has called me a neo-fascist, anti-Semitic, white supremacist, homophobic fascist.
Mm-hmm.
And
how do you respond to that?
I don't even know how to start. Would you like to talk to my gay Jewish husband about that? They're leftists. You can't tell them apart anymore. According to Mr. Ross Appel of Charleston City Council, we have never had a lockdown in South Carolina.
There's never been a lockdown in South Carolina.
We've never had a lockdown in South Carolina.
Nowhere.
No.
Not anywhere.
No.
Oh, this just in. That is absolutely 100% grade A bullshit.
Courtesy of Mayor John Tecklenburg, a stay-at-home ordinance is now in effect if you live in the city of Charleston.
The people living in Charleston cannot leave their homes. That's according to the new ordinance.
Total bull. As a matter of fact, I lost my job during the city shutdown.
That didn't happen.
No.
That did not happen. That did not ruin anybody's business. That didn't ruin anybody's jobs and opportunities and paychecks. That didn't hurt any of you. So any of you out there who think that happened, well, to quote Ross Appel, you just don't know how government works.
I think, and it's our fault. It's the people's fault. There's not one person we can look at that is not in some way to blame because we have let it happen. We have given our local governments the right to give themselves whatever power they want.
Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!